We're the Arizona 9. We go by the Lost Dutchmen, coming all the way from the Arizona territories. Here is my squad. We're short a couple people, so we have some fill-ins from Cincinnati. So please give us a huge round of applause.
Captain, and I would like to introduce my squad in mass, the Ohio Village Muffins.
Captain, we're just going to toss here, Mike. All right, Arizona will
That ball in? Okay, straight to the line.
All right, here we are at the 31st Annual Ohio Cup Vintage Baseball Festival. We're broadcasting live from Muffin Meadow here at the Ohio Village and for a morning match against the Arizona Territories Baseball Club and the Muffin V Squad as a fly ball is lifted out to right field. There's going to be no bounce there as Mr. Robinson is going to make his first base. Joining me today for color commentary, they call him the best color man in the business. That's right. This guy is like a brother to me, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hello, Ian the Kid Frias here.
That's right.
I don't know about the best color man, but I wear a lot of colors.
There you go. I mean, yeah, very colorful, as there's going to be a muff behind the plate allowing Mr. Robinson to advance to second base, as we have Mr. Hemington, I think. He's going to hit a ground ball to the shortstop. Not going to be able to handle it as we got runners on first and second. Ian, take a second and talk about Muffin Meadow and what it's like playing here.
Muffin Meadow is one of the storied places for the Midwest. Everybody loves playing here. It's very scenic with the gully in deep left field. A lot of your big hitters like to hit it out there and talk about how they hit it down the hill. Good play.
Lots happened right there. The runner's not going to stop running. There was a bound out to center field, a throw into second base trying to get Mr. Hemingway. Sorry, I can't read the scorekeeper's writing, as Mr. Robinson's not going to stop rounding the bases and plate the first ace of the inning.
Oh, they called him safe.
They called him safe? I thought it was
safe.
Okay, hey.
He looked out from 110 feet.
Right.
No, it's the field has undergone some dimensional changes over the decades, but for the most part, this is one of the most serene places to play. It's just gorgeous. It plays really well. No crazy bounces too much, but the tree behind shortstop is the biggest target for everybody.
Oh yeah. Another muff behind the plate is going to be fielded, keeping the runner at second base. As you know, a team from Arizona, it's going to be rare that they get 9 guys on the field, so they got a little help here. This is a Cincinnati Red Stocking. He's going to line the ball to third base. Third baseman's going to try and catch it on one hop. Won't be able to do it. Makes the throw.
Nice play.
And the first baseman's going to come off the bag to make the tag for out number 2.
Seems to me Arizona they lost 2 players from yesterday. I thought that they had 6 with them.
Okay.
I got a chance to talk to them yesterday, and they seemed very excited to be here. Very excited to meet other teams, different styles of 1860s. They said that they are actively playing 1861 rules. Now, anybody who's up to date on their vintage baseball in the U.S.
No man's land. Yeah, it's going to get in between the shortstop and the pitcher as the run will plate. Mr. Hemingway is going to cross for ace number 2. We have 2 outs and a runner on first. That's Mr. Rick Crewman on first base. And up to bat is Mr. Murphy.
That one's easy.
There we go.
Yeah. Much like baseball in Denver, their rules are a little different than what we play in the Midwest, a little different than what we play on the East Coast. But you got to remember that time period, no fax machines, no emails. They were going off of memory. So some things got lost. But hey, baseball's baseball.
There you go, right? There's going to ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to flick it up to the second baseman for the third out of the inning, allowing the Arizona Territories to plate 2 runs in their first at bat in Muffin Meadow here on Sunday. It's getting warm.
It is very warm.
We played 4 games yesterday, and I thought that was as hot as it was going to get. And today said, hold my beer.
Yes. At least there's a breeze today.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday it was just stifling.
Yeah. So we have, so the Muffins have a pretty strong network of volunteers for their club. So many so that they're able to have multiple clubs. This is the V Club, and there's an O Club as well.
Well, generally they have anywhere from 30 to 40 players that are eligible to play in this festival.
Yeah.
Much like the Dearborn teams, they hold a draft.
Yeah.
These 2 teams this year seem to be pretty evenly matched, though.
Absolutely. As Mr. Boggs is going to lead it off for the Muffins here. It's I guess that's an interesting choice, having Boggs be a leadoff hitter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can understand it in a festival time setting. You get somebody that can drive the ball out there and get on base and make things happen.
Yeah. So, gonna chop it down the third baseline. Fielded by the third baseman. Not gonna be handled. Not gonna be handled on the first hop.
Oh, it went under the fence.
It went under the fence. Is that a dead ball? That's a dead ball.
Okay.
So he's gonna stay his first bag.
I remember showing our age here, Swamp. Under the fence, and you kept running.
You guys had to climb the fence, run around the fence. Oh, that was those were fun times. As Mr. Bogg, the Muffins have an advantageous position here with their leadoff hitter on second base, bringing up Hook Coons.
Speaking of old Muffins,
showing our age.
Yes, Hook, one of the original Capitals.
Yep.
And longtime Muffin. Hook has got to be close to 30 years.
I think he is. I mean, I feel like he came in the same time we came in. I mean,
90, 93, 94. I know he's close.
Yeah. As Hook is going to line the ball to the third baseman, pulling him off the bag, making a throw across, getting Hook, but Mr. Boggs will take advantage of the throw and advance to third base. It was a good piece of hitting by Hook Coons, but he just couldn't get it past the third baseman, which is what he was trying to do.
Hook's been very consistent all these years.
Oh,
very consistent.
Yeah. So we got one out here, bringing up Mr. Sweet to the plate.
Oh, right in front of the base.
A very hard swing. Did not go.
Nobody covering home plate.
And Boggs will take advantage, plating an ace.
Very heads up.
It's not pretty, but you get the ace when you can. The hitter swung like he was going to drive the ball to the outfield, and it went 2 feet.
It's a screamer in the book that the hurler couldn't handle.
There you go. That'll bring up one of the co-chairs, Mr. Aaron Seddon here of the Ohio Village Muffins. It's nice that he's getting the chance to play because, being in charge of an organization and an event like this, he's rolling in the gator, making sure field setup is okay. He's going to drive the ball to right field. Mr. Robinson's going to surround it and catch it on one hop for the third out of the inning.
Now I'm noticing, unlike the other 3 fields, the ball is not bouncing very well here.
Right? I mean, goodness gracious.
We had line drives that were bouncing 6 and 7 feet. And we just saw 2 of them die with less than a foot worth of bounce.
Muffin Meadow has a little bit of softer territory here, whereas 17th Avenue is concrete
to say
with
the
some
least.
grass on top of it. My favorite pitcher in vintage baseball is in between the lines here, Andy Schumann of the world famous Schumann brothers. in the top of the second inning.
You know, I would really like to see a poll out to see what people think about playing it. The Ohio Village, in Muffin Meadow.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many teams have come through here, so many people.
Right?
There's so many stories. Oh,
There's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, fielded by Mr. Johnson, looks like, and the first baseman's not going to be able to handle that hop, and he's going to round second. He's thinking third. Big round, but the throw's going to come in, holding him to the second bag as Mr. Murphy starts it off. On second base here. Here's the most dapper-looking gentleman of the weekend.
love his look. Love the bow tie. Love the bow tie. Have you seen the patch on their
Yeah, they have. Is it their moniker is on? Is their patch?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a very cool patch. I saw it on the gentleman who's playing behind yesterday.
Trusty. Yeah. There's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Mr. Seddon's going to consider a throw, but get the easy out at first base. Got to get those outs when you can as Mr. Murphy moves to the third base.
One hand.
Oh no.
Yeah, we missed her.
We did, so I'll fix that. So I guess
Oh, that was
Two hands.
we missed one in the first inning.
Mr.
Oops.
Rock.
We were so enamored with the action, we actually missed a hitter.
No, I think I copied this from their lineup is wrong because Mr. Robinson. Oh, did he lead off? Mr. Robinson for the fungi?
No.
Because he's at the top of their order. As we're going to have a fly ball to center field, not fielded on the bounce, allowing... Oh, that's going to be Mr. Auburn is going to score.
Yes. There we go.
There we go. Mr. Bithoff is out number one. And so there we go.
All right, we're back
Mr.
to
Robinson was
Mr.
out number two. So this should be, we have a runner on first. That is Mr. Hemingway at the plate. There's a muff by the catcher, and Mr. Robinson's going to take advantage of that. Moving to second base. This is very important, folks. Another moment, the more you know moment here at the Roller Out the Barrel show. Keep a book. Have somebody on your team keep a book. We'll be
Fly ball into right, Hook corrals it for third out.
Third.
Down.
Yeah, there we go. Good job. As the Arizona Territories are able to plate another run, extending their lead 3-1. So as I can see here, let me just take a lookie. Yeah, see? Boom.
Okay.
Mr. Robinson is the leadoff hitter, but apparently, according to them, he's the last hitter.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, oh well. The Muffins are going to be looking to bring some aces across in this inning because it's important to score early and score often. Why is that, Ian, here at the Ohio Cup?
Because you are in limited time. Limited time.
Oh my gosh, you have...
This is one of the rare places that if you win the toss, you want to hit.
Yep.
You don't want to be the home team.
Mr. Clark is up to bat here in the second inning. Takes a big swing. highly motivated swing there, but did not go as far as he was anticipating. Man.
Oh,
That's
good
a shot.
ball.
Mr. Robinson tracked that masterfully, because if that ball had gotten by, that's an extra base hit. Easily standing on third base, but unfortunately,
Oh, the bound game strikes again.
there it is every time.
We know all about that.
We had so many base hits that were outs in our last game. That was not
Johnson.
funny. Yeah, this is
JJ.
Jim Johnson looking to get it going for the Muffins here. The Muffin Meadow field layout has gone through many different layouts over the years. There was a...
I think we're finally back to the original in the 90s.
Feels like it.
Yeah. I remember when it was over
Yeah.
towards first base.
Got a ground ball to third baseman. Third baseman's going to let that
Oh,
go.
nice play.
First base is going to get off the bag to try and make the play, but he's not going to be able to get to the bag in time, and Mr. Johnson will plate his first first hit of the day. Mr. Schumann is up to bat here in the second inning. As you can hear, we are directly underneath the flight path, so we apologize for, as Conan O'Brien would say, the demonry. It's a beautiful day here. I think it's about 80 degrees here at 11 o'clock in the morning, as Mr. Schumann's going to hit the ball straight up into the air. The second baseman's going to give it a hug
Yeah.
and record the second out of the inning.
It's concentration right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny as we come to this each year, and I sit and look at all of the years that people have tallied.
Uh-huh.
You have Hook, 30. Mule has to be 30 or
At
more.
least, yeah.
Craig,
Craig, Don Anderson.
Anderson.
Yep.
They're the last two from the 80s.
Yeah. As actually, Craig Anderson is the tally keeper of this match, and his dad, Don, is sitting next to him. Mr. Hoffman's going to line the ball out to center field. It's going to get by the center fielder. Mr. Johnson was watching it instead of running with 2 outs. He's going to easily take his third bag, as Mr. Hoffman is going to take his first bag. The Muffins got something going here with 2 outs with runners on the corner. Bringing up Andy Moran. I wish I knew how to pronounce names. He's got a stellar beard. Andy was super helpful on Friday, helping me set up the fields out on 17th Avenue, so I didn't have to do it by myself, so I was really thankful for him.
It is a pretty well-groomed beard right there.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. Oh,
nice
catcher. That was a beaut. He didn't even realize what had happened. Instinct had taken over. He was ready to throw to first base, but he snapped off that one hopper for the third out of the inning, as the Muffins are going to leave 2 runners on. That's going to be tough. They got to get it going here, because Arizona is not going to stop, I don't think. So, let's see. Yeah.
This is where the time thing comes in too. We're 20 minutes in.
And it's important, especially in an event like this, that you take the time to have a roster that is not populated with more than 12 individuals.
More than 12, yeah.
Because we currently have the Arizona club has 9 guys, so they're going to make their way through the roster at a faster clip than, say, the Columbus Capitals yesterday, who were looking at 16
deep.
16 players. People hadn't shown up all year, showed up to play, and we were it took a while to get through that batting order.
You're good, Matt.
Yeah,
Oh, Hook.
right to Hook. Hook's going to catch it on the fly,
So consistent.
holding the runner at first base as we got one out here in the top of the third inning. Oh, man. That it's enticing to go to right field because, I mean, there's a nice fence there. There are ground rules here, as you can see, folks, from our overhead shot, that there is a fence that runs through the outfield from center to from right to center field. Any ball over the chain link fence is an out. As Mr. Crewman is going to foul tick. Tried to make a play on it, couldn't get it done. He's got a new life here. Any ball over the center field wooden fence is all you can get.
Oof, that's a shot, too.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Going back to the last inning, we had Larry Hoffman.
Uh-huh.
And he is the second Larry Hoffman for the Muffins.
It's a fun fact.
Fun fact, the original Larry Hoffman was part of the club in the 90s.
Yes.
Stellar hurler and big hitter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Still holds the longest ball I've ever seen hit in Muffin Meadow.
That's yeah.
And it hit the bridge.
Oh, I remember that.
And it bounced before it hit home plate. No, there were a lot of teams that took advantage of the right field in the 90s and early 2000s because it was covered in bushes, thorn bushes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the trees in that line center field or left field was just as hard.
There are some shenanigans happening here with the batting order because Mr. Crewman is the third hitter, but he is not listed as the third hitter in our lineup, so I'll have to figure out what's going on here. Still got a runner on first. He's can't seem to find a fair ball here in his at bat.
We'll blame it on the wind.
Those foul balls, they really eat up time, like especially in a 50-minute match. You want to say, is he going to drive the ball?
Oh, he got it down the hill.
Yep,
got
he
it down
burned
the hill.
Mr. Boggs out in left field, who froze for a second, and then that ball just kept going. We're going to plate an ace here as Mr. Crewman's going to head into third for an easy stand-up triple.
Oh, there he goes. Okay. He caught the hill on the downslope, and it took off.
Yep. I'm going to assume that was Mr. Adams that played it. And then, there we go. As we have one out here in the top of the third. Ground ball over to Mr. Seddon's going to field it on the hop, throw it over to first, but it's going to be wide. Mr. Crewman's going to score his ace as we have a runner on first with 2 aces and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Those are tough. You field it cleanly, you come up, you got time, and then you make a bad throw. Oh, the ball's going to get by Mr. Seddon at shortstop into the outfield, advancing the runner to second. Got runners at second and first here.
These red stocking pickups are really helping.
Yeah, right? That was Mr. O. Here comes Mr. Bitroff.
Now we're back on. Somewhat.
I don't think I know exactly what happened in the last inning. They're not playing straight through. They're going off the last out. So.
I got you.
Ooh. Not going to see a lot of those out here.
I was talking to a few of them at first base yesterday during our game, and they were telling me about the league that they play in. this.
Wait a second. What? There's a league in
There's-
vintage baseball?
There's a league other than the East Coast.
Stop the presses.
I
People
know.
are trying to have leagues, as there's going to be a ground ball down the first baseline. It's a race for everybody. The ball, the runner, the fielder. The ball is going to get by first base as Mr. Murphy is going to plate a run. Mr. O is going to go over to third base, and Mr. Bitroff is going to stay at first. That's a tough one. That's in no man's land.
They said this team is a makeup of Phoenix and Tempe,
Okay.
and but the league has multiple teams, and he said it's pretty competitive.
Okay.
They too had issues with the bound as much as we did, because they came out hitting pretty well yesterday,
Yeah.
real well against us. But
One hand.
much like us, the bound killed them.
So that's Mr. Robinson.
Tag two, go one.
He's going to put it up the middle, plating Mr. O. Mr. Bitroff's going to take his second.
That's a tough play. Tried to play for the bounce and it stayed down.
You really, especially if you're not, if you're only getting one game on this field, you're not going to really know what the response is to the ground. Arizona's looking like to bat around this inning.
He has a baseball look to him.
Oh, line shot right up the middle. Mr. De La Flora is not going to be able to handle it.
He's a pretty good ball player.
Yeah. We got bases loaded here. 1 out. Let's see if we can. We're getting close here.
Yeah.
It's going to line shot out to left field. Mr. Boggs has come in, fielded on the fly. That's a smart move, holding the runners here in a bound game. You definitely want to be cognizant of base runners and how to play pop flies. You could have easily played it on the bounds for the safe, quote-unquote, safe out, but the runners would have been able to advance. Mr. Boggs knew that he needed to get that in as quickly as possible, so he surrounded it here. We have bases loaded here in the top of the third with 2 outs.
Ball.
There's a nice hit out to center field. It's going to be held by the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning.
Dodged the bullet.
They did. That could have been much, much worse for the Ohio Village Muffins, as the Arizona team played it 1, 2, 3, 4 runs that inning. Up for the Muffins, we are going to see Mr. Blight, Mr. De La Flora, and then the top of the order. We are 20, almost 30 minutes into this match, and this is what we're talking about, folks. 30 minutes into the match, and the Muffins have yet to get through their lineup. So, time matches here. It is...
It doesn't benefit to take a lot of pitches.
It does not. You got to see it. You got to swing. You got to keep the game moving for sure. Ooh, Mr. Bell. That was a heck of a hit. He doesn't know it yet. He's still running. He felt like he should be safe, but he doesn't. The ball was caught in the air. Who's going to tell him? Anybody going to tell him? No. He tried to convince them. He tried the strategy of, if I just go to first base, maybe they won't notice. But it was a good hit, but a better play. We got 1 out here with Mr. De La Flora. at the plate. Mr. De La Flora is going to line the ball down to third base. Third baseman's busy today, making a throw across the field. Mr. De La Flora realized what was happening and gave up. So
Big winch right there.
yeah, looks like something's wrong there in the leg region. 2 outs here with Mr. Boggs at the plate. See if he can get something going here with 2 outs. Maybe he can get a 4-run home run.
Bases empty, grand slam.
There it is. Could happen. Seen stranger things out here. He's going to line the ball out to left field. Is he going to get by the left fielder? Nope. He's going to keep it in front of him.
Tried to deke him.
It's interesting being a left fielder out there. You can see from the angle here that there's a gravel path going through the outfield from left to center field that is often used by people visiting the village and the museum. So not only are you dodging individuals, but your footing changes from grass to gravel.
And then downhill.
And then immediately downhill. So got to be careful out there.
Oh, yeah. It was a cornfield in foul territory years ago.
Yeah. Hook Coons is going to line the... Oh, did that hit Mr. Boggs? It looked like it did, but he stopped the throw. The second baseman was able to still gather the ball and make the third out at first base as the Muffins are unable to put a run on the board, and they still trail by the score of 7-1. Coming into the 4th inning here. I mean, 7-1 is not really that difficult. It's not an insurmountable tally because you can plate 6-7 runs in an inning. This is vintage baseball.
It is vintage baseball.
Yeah, we've seen larger deficits overcome in the past. So
Teams tend to press with the short time, and like you said, try to hit the bases empty home run, bases empty grand slam.
It went over. It went over the fence. We don't waste time.
Trying to count players here. They're going to be a first baseman didn't know what to do, didn't know whether to make a play on it or not, and he was able to make his first bag. You know what? I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Lagonia.
Yeah.
There we go. So, there is definitely some shenanigans going on here. Everything is thrown off. So that is Lagonia. Lagonia is not the gentleman that we have been referring to as Mr. Lagonia. I'm going to assume that was Mr. Adams. So here's Rick up to bat. He's going to line the ball out to left field.
Oh, where was he playing? Nice play.
Oh, makes a sliding catch on the first hop to collect the out.
That's a really good play. That shouldn't have been.
He was, let's be honest, he was playing basically center field.
Way out of position. I don't understand why. The hitter just noticed that the left field line is wide open.
Yeah, and he's definitely eyeing it. That's Mr. Murphy. Going to hit the ball to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to pick it up, make a good throw, but not in time to first base as Mr. Lagonia is going to take his third.
the one out, one bound to Aaron. He makes the throw to get the runner. The runner gets out of the pickle.
And Mr. Ligonia is going to be able to plate his run. That was an interesting play. We have 2 outs here. Mr. Bitroff is up to the bat.
Definitely a lot better throw.
I'll tell you what, it's frustrating because you just need an inning where you hang a goose egg defensively, and the Muffins have yet to do it. I said this before and I'll say it again. I just love the way that Andy Schumann pitches the ball. All day, give me a bat.
Right.
Yeah.
Meatball.
Yeah.
Meatball.
I apologize.
Well, Andy understands. Just put the ball over the plate and let your defense do what it's supposed to do.
No, there's going to be a bound out to right field for the 3rd out of the inning, but Arizona is going to be able to play one more run to take a 8-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Muffins have the heart of their order coming up, so hopefully they can get some runs going here. All it takes is a couple of runs to get things going. I'm glad that we got back on track here with the Arizona lineup. Figured that mess out. We are in
Only 2 gone.
the 36 minute mark here at the Ohio Cup. We're going to get a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to field it cleanly, make the throw. The first baseman's going to stretch awkwardly and make the play as Mr. Sweet is going to be retired for the 1st out of the inning. Bringing up Mr. Seddon to the plate.
I feel like the pitcher drove here in a 20s era roadster, just with his look.
He's definitely the best looking individual on the field. Mr. Seddon's going to put the ball out into right field. Mr. Robinson's going to come in. He's going to try and field that on the bounce and will do that successfully for the 2nd out of the inning. It's a blessing for the fielders. It is the bane of the existence for the hitters, the bound game. Looks like the Muffins forget who's up to bat. Mr. Clark should be grabbing a bat right now. There he is, coming to the plate. What are you trying to do, kid, in a match like this when you're down by a considerable amount of runs and it's getting later in the innings? What's your focus?
Try not to do too much, actually. Just, we've been doing this for so long. You just hit the ball and hope for a little bit of luck.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Anybody who's played this knows the minute they start trying, just try to place a ball or anything like that, things tend to go awry. So just swing the bat, make good contact. Heck, just make contact.
Yeah.
We've seen doubles on balls that went 4 feet.
Exactly. Mr. Johnson's going to put the ball out into left field.
Perfect.
Multiple bounces, not going to be able to get it on the first hop. He's going to advance very slowly.
Methodically.
There he finally makes the first bag as Mr. Clark takes his second.
And he did just what I was saying. Just stick the bat out there, hit the ball. They're already playing moderately deep and left.
Honestly, at this point in time, it's vintage baseball. You're playing 19th century baseball, no gloves. Make people make plays. Hitting pop flies, there's a high likelihood of an out on a pop fly. Ground balls, line drives, those are going to be the more difficult ones to make plays on. Mr. Schumann's going to put the ball out to the second baseman who's going to come off the bag. He's going to hug it
Again.
for the 3rd out. Hey, you can't drop it if you're hugging it.
Just call him Huggy.
Yeah, Huggy Bear is going to record the 3rd out of the inning as the Muffins have still yet to plate a run since the 1st inning, and they're still trailing 8-1.
Whatever you're drinking.
Couple of the Muffins are walking a little gingerly. Something about this first baseline that's getting them.
It's the field's not even. That's the thing about 19th century baseball. You're not going to get a manicured field. If you get a field that has mowed grass, that's a plus. But there are going to be divots, there are going to be dips, undulations. As Mr. Robinson is up,
Or in some instances, cow pies.
and then, right, you never know what's going to happen.
Hi, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Say this jersey is hot.
I was about to say the Fillmore Fungi uniform is it's adorable. It's amazing to look at. However, it is heavy,
my fault.
Very.
and it is hot out here,
Very.
and so it's not really conducive. And you know what goes well with a heavy uniform? Black pants.
Black pants, black socks.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mr. Robinson chops the ball. Oh. Mr. Boggs tried to attack it, but the ball got past him. But Mr. Robinson has the speed just to make it to first base, as he is going to start off the inning. He's on fire today.
Yeah.
Now, not happy. You can hear that. But it's going to be a hit because it was right in the middle of no man's land. You had a right fielder playing deep and a second baseman playing 2 steps off the bag, as is the custom here at the Ohio Cup. So couldn't really make a play on that.
And he said it best. It's a hit in the book.
There you go. Runners at first and second with... He's going to line the ball down past the pitcher. We got bases loaded here. Let me clear this up.
Okay.
That would be Mr. Hemingway who just hit. So this is Mr. Adams up to bat.
Oh. Fair ball.
That's a fair ball. Oh, well played. Did he catch it on the first bounce?
He did.
Mr. Yeah, that was a double play. Everyone's very confused about what happened. Folks, you saw it here. That was a pop fly fielded on the first hop by the catcher. And then he had the wherewithal to see Mr. Robinson had already committed home. Mr. Schumann covered the bag. That was a nice double play. 2 outs here. Line shot out to right center field. It's going to plate.
No throw. Easy, no throw. The boys, I know they have a second ball on first. 2 ways to count.
That time I got it.
First or
Now
second?
looking out across the Muffins' faces right now, you see them starting to get down. In these type of situations, Rudy, what are you telling your team?
To give up. No, I mean, honestly, it's I baby step everything, and you've heard me say it. Just get a guy on first base. Just get one out, 1 step at a time. You're not going to be able to erase this deficit in one play. So just focus on getting 1 step at a time. You got 2 outs. Get this last out. Surround the ball if you're in the outfield. When you're up to the bat, I just need someone on first base. When we were in playing Rochester, like just get someone to second base. That was our goal. And then once we did that, things turned around. So that's what I'm doing. Mr. Schumann bringing it here for.
First or second, 2 hands.
I want to say his nickname's Hammer Crusher. I think it's Crusher. There was a odd hop there for the shortstop. Not fair. Gonna get by him out into left field as we got runners at first and second. Yeah.
That's short.
Yeah, they've worked Aaron pretty good this game.
19th century baseball, you're going to have a variety of finger issues. Busted blood vessels, dislocations, broken, web tearing. When that line shot got hit to me yesterday, I was like, please don't be torn. Oh, he tried to put it. Second baseman's down. Tried to put it out to center field. Got to right center field. Just going to plate a run. So we got runners at first and second with another ace on the plate. Mr. O up to bat.
It's a good effort by Mr. Blake.
Yeah. The hits, the hits keep coming as there's a line shot out to center field. All runners are gonna be held with a timely throw back into the middle. We got 2 outs, bases loaded. Mr. Bitroff up to bat.
Who's home team?
Yeah, the Muffins are the home team. They're going to get last at bats here as we're entering 46 minutes into the match here. Not a lot of time left. Mr. Bitroff's going to line the ball to Mr. Seddon. Seddon's going to pick it up, fire it over to first base, and it's like quicksand. When one thing goes wrong, it's not long before everything goes wrong. Routine plays become very difficult to complete here. As I have no idea who this person is. I know who Mr. Robinson is. He's up to bat. So he's going to chop the ball to second base. It's going to be fielded by Mr. Blight, who's not going to be able to corral it in time. Oh, he is. Oh! He's going to shuffle it over to shortstop, but the throw's going to be high. Mr. Seddon's not going to be able to handle it as another ace is tallied at the plate.
I think at this point in the match, you just try to have fun.
Yeah.
You're out playing baseball. It's a nice day.
It's not raining.
It's not raining.
The cloud coverage is helping with the heat. You got to focus on the positives here. There it is. Mr. Schumann gets the batter to foul tick out. His name is Ryan. I actually spoke to him. We'll be interviewing him in the next episode, in the next hour. But he is the third out of the inning. I just want to take this time as we inch closer to the end of the match to apologize for the atrocity that is the lineup card for the Arizona Territories Baseball Club. It is totally their fault, and it will be fixed on video, so don't worry.
Last strike.
Last strike here. The Muffins, Arizona was able to tally 5 aces that inning. Mr. Hoffman is going to, unfortunately, bound out to start the inning for the Ohio Village Muffins. The score is not favorable. It's 13-1 as we head into the last at-bats of the Muffins, and they have 1 out here.
So what I'm noticing, too, Arizona's getting a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
That's the third pitch of the inning.
Yeah. And there's swinging on it.
Second out of the inning.
Yeah. That was a heck of a play by the shortstop over there.
Early in the game.
Guys, come over here.
Yeah.
Come over
Late
here.
in the
Left
game.
third.
It'll be a little bit, just a little picky.
I mean,
if you're trying to close the gap and save a little face.
Yeah. It's amazing what the difference in pitching can do to a match, a game. Yeah. The variety is Mr. Blight's going to line the shot out to right field. Mr. Robinson's going to try it. He got caught in no man's land. He was too close to field it on the bounce, but too short. Too far away to field it on the pop fly. Just right in no man's land. Squeaks right by him. The Muffins have a runner on here with 2 outs and Mr. Della Flora up to the bat.
We'll say of the pitching this weekend, I did enjoy Mr. Bitoff's pitching.
I enjoyed it as well.
There's no flares, no strategy. Just throw it up there and let you hit it.
Just hit it. Mr. Della Flora is going to get it. Oh! He was trying to get it in between the shortstop and the third baseman. That shortstop has got some legs and some range. He's going to record the third out of the inning, and that will end the match with a score of 13-1 in favor of the Arizona Territories here at the 31st Annual Ohio Cup Vintage Baseball Festival. Swan Fox Frias.
Kid Frias.
Hey, thanks for listening, and we'll give you more stuff as we progress through the day of the Ohio Cup.
See you in a couple hours. Right. That concludes the match against the Arizona 9 with 13. The Ohio Village Muffins B squad with 1. Captains. On behalf of the Arizona Lost Dutchmen, we want to thank all of you for the hospitality, having us out here, and giving us one heck of a great time. Thank you very much. A huge thank you to the Ohio Village Muffins for giving us one heck of a fun day. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Give 3 hurrahs. Ready? Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hip, hip. Hurrah!
Again, thank you all for coming out on a glorious day to play this great game of baseball. I hope you all enjoyed your stay as a spectator, as a player, or whatever. We're just glad that you can be part of this grand event. We hope we get to see you do this again next year as well. I want to thank our umpire, Mr. Harshbarger, for an excellent called baseball game. And a special thanks to our scorekeeper for tallying all the runs for our friends from Arizona. So, I hope you guys enjoyed your stay. Maybe we'll see you again. We got to play on a very, very special field here. This is where it started many years ago. And I hope you enjoyed getting your chance to play down here. Village Muffins! We're loving this great game of baseball. And not only from our friends from Arizona, but all our friends who joined us this weekend. 3 cheers! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah!
It's a dry heat!